Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So, I think that was what it was, right? Yeah, Revenge of the Sith. Okay, so, couple order of business real fast to inform you guys. One, I have seen these movies before, which is why you may see in, like, the thumbnail, and I might have put it in the title, too, that it says, like, reaction slash rewatch kind of thing, because I watched them a long time ago. Honestly, I don't even remember when I watched them, and I barely remember a lot of the stuff from the movies, except for some of the meme stuff and some of the bigger moments, obviously. I remember a lot of those. But there's just a lot of little details that I don't remember, and a lot of stuff that I can, like, relive kind of thing, which is why I'm recording myself going through these. So it's not exactly a reaction, right? It's more of a rewatch, but like I said, I want to say it's either been over 10 years or over 15 years since I watched these movies. I'm 30 now, and it was when I was a kid. Like, I think I might have been in high school at the time, so maybe I was like between like 14 to 18 kind of thing, and now I'm 30, so I did wait a while before I actually watched these movies originally too, because obviously they were out for a while when I finally watched them. But either way, with that out of the way, the other order of business is, guys, if you haven't seen any of my reactions before, you don't know how I format my videos. I do timer-based full-length reactions, which means all there's going to be is a timer in the corner. And you guys need to sync up you need to have footage of the movie yourself wherever you decide to get it from. And you gotta sync up with me. I'll do like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown for you guys, and we'll start together. I'll watch my copy, you guys watch your copy. Typically what I do when I watch reactions like this is I either use 2 monitors or I use 1 monitor depending on what I'm doing, and you can just like shrink the window down, put them right next to each other, my video and the movie. And then have my video running as I do my countdown, get ready to hit the play button on your copy of the movie. So I get a lot of questions of people like not sure like how they're supposed to watch along, so that's why I gave the extra detail. So I just want to let you guys know before I get too far in, so that way I don't start the movie and then you guys are like, oh, what the hell is this? I sat through this kid talking for, this long, and there's not even footage. I'm out of here, right? So I just like to give a heads up as soon as possible in my videos. So but yeah, I just watched episode 2 last week, and now I'm watching episode 3 this week. I won't be able to watch any more for a while due to starting next week is when a bunch of shows this coming anime season are starting, and I'm going to be watching a couple extra shows that I typically don't normally do, so it's going to be a lot more content I have to record on a weekly basis for this whole anime season. So I probably won't get to the original trilogy until after all of this and when I find the time, so it might be like 3 or 4 months until I can get around to it. But I'm glad that I got to watch episode 2 and 3 back to back and finish up the trilogy. There was a little time gap between me watching episode 1 and 2, so I like not having that time gap this time. But yeah, in episode 2 we had a lot of things. Obviously, it was a long movie, but really we got to see Anakin and Padme get closer, reunited, and then closer, and then get married in the end, or at least it looked like they were getting married, right? She was in like a white dress looking thing. I can only assume they got married. And we got to see a lot of Anakin's angst and everything, and leading him down the path where we all know where he ends up, right? That's one of the things that I do remember, right? So there was a lot of that. We saw his mother die and him get revenge on the Tusken Raiders and everything. We got to see a fight against Dooku. We got to see some like the Sith moving. We still have Lord Sidious moving around, doing things in the background and all that stuff. So the fight between Dooku was good. I liked the fight like with Yoda coming in was probably the best part. Some of the other parts were a little rougher, right? With a lot of close-ups on, I think it was Anakin's face when they were fighting. It just kept going between their two faces, and you just saw lightsaber flashes going back and forth. So, I like seeing the choreography and everything of them moving around and doing the actions and stuff like that. And sometimes it's a little slow, but when Yoda came in, it was like fast and great. I loved it. So, but yeah, I'm excited to get started with episode 3. There was obviously a hell of a lot more that happened in that movie. We had the start of the Clone Wars and everything, but we'll be here for 20 minutes if I sit here and try to talk about everything. So let's just get started with episode 3, and we'll just talk about probably this one and as a complete the prequel trilogy and everything afterwards. So let's get started, guys. Get your episodes ready. We are going to do the countdown. We're going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. There will be like 15 seconds of footage in this corner just to help you guys sync up. It won't start until after, like right now I'm seeing 20th Century Fox. I know some platforms that you watch on have different beginnings sometimes. So I'm seeing Lucasfilm now. So I want you guys to be able to sync up right when the movie starts. So probably, yeah, right now is when you'll start seeing the 15 seconds in the corner. Maybe I'll do a little bit longer than 15 since it's a movie, but alright, let's get started with our text. I also forget how much of a time skip is in this one. Last one, it was 10 years between 1 and 2. I'm pretty sure there is a pretty good time skip between 2 and 3. Because I think I remember Obi-Wan being old. Barely. War! The Republic is crumbling under attacks by the ruthless Sith Lord Count Dooku. There are heroes on both sides. Evil is everywhere. Wait, there's heroes on both sides. Oh, I think I get it. In a stunning move, the fiendish droid leader, General Grievous, has swept into the Republic capital and kidnapped Chancellor Palpatine, leader of the Galactic Senate. As the Separatist droid army attempts to flee the besieged capital with their valuable hostage, 2 Jedi Knights lead a desperate mission to rescue the captive Chancellor. General Grievous. That is the name I was looking for, I believe, in the last movie. Let me write that down. For some reason, I thought Dooku... I always thought when people talked about and mentioned Dooku, for some reason I always pictured the droid that has like 4 arms or whatever, but I believe that's, now that I hear the name again, I believe that's Grievous. And I was obviously corrected last movie about who Dooku was, which is once again why I'm glad I'm rewatching these, because eventually, this looks great. Once again, like always, I love these shots. It's so simple, but it looks so good. Eventually, I want to watch a lot of the newer Star Wars stuff too, which is why I'm slowly going through all of the older Star Wars stuff. It'll take me my entire lifetime to get through like all the Star Wars stuff when I only watch stuff like once a week, though. Damn. One hell of a battle going on right at the start. Jeez. Is that, are we above Coruscant right now? I believe that's what it looks like, right? The planet down below. R2! Alright, Anakin. Okay. So this is not the one where, I must have remembered seeing Obi-Wan old somewhere else. Unless we time skip in, like, during this movie, but... Maybe it's not who I'm thinking of that I saw old. I'm just not going to talk because I'm going to be wrong and I'm going to piss people off. Jeez, look at this. Well, that guy's dead. Unless he has a spacesuit. Yeah. It's a bad thing about war, you're gonna lose people on both sides. Is that just a droid ship? That's cool. he hates flying, right? I guess in my mind, I just keep thinking about like age-wise of Obi-Wan, but now that I think about it, those are cool. Buzz droids. Gee, they just tear your ship apart? That seems like such a, effective but ineffective method. No, R4! Jeez. Oh, well, yep. Well, that was bound to happen, right? Oh, shit. Man, that'd be terrifying. What if one of them just, like, cuts the glass? You would think they'd just target the glass, right? Unless the glass isn't, like, they can't break it. Too strong. Oh, no! No! Leave R2 alone. Droid fight! Ooh. Ah, it's weakness. It's like a video game where you have to shoot him in the one weak spot. Nice. Take down that shield generator. Oh, well. They're gonna try to squeeze through. Oh, they made it. Nice. Oh, that's great. The poor droids, they always just fall apart so easily. I gotta say, it might be an unpopular opinion, but for some reason, I love just watching Jedi slaughter droids way more than I like watching Jedi fight each other. It's probably an unpopular opinion. Oh shit. Dooku's here as well as Grievous. He caught that well. There he is, yep. That is who I thought it was. Although, I thought I remembered 4 arms, but maybe his arms split. Kind of thing. But maybe I just remembered wrong, too. How's a droid sick? Also, I thought they talked about not giving, like, sentient life to droids. So, does that mean Grievous is not sentient? There's... They're never like... Oh, God. Oh, no. Well, thank God. Well, shit. Well, that's not good. Got him going up. But now you gotta get out of there, R2. No! Don't pick him up. Damn. Oh, he pissed on him. Oh my God. R2's a little killer. Is that considered murder since he's a droid killing droids? I guess it wouldn't change whether it's a human killing a droid in that case then, right? So are they trying... Okay. This was the mission I talked about saving Palpatine. Well, shit. I do have popcorn again, by the way, guys. Hopefully that wasn't too annoying, me munching on it throughout the movie last time. I'll probably be doing that again. Well, I hope so. Last time, they weren't very much your specialty. Alright, we're already getting Oh yes, doubled. I like how excited he is. Oh, that couldn't have felt good. Oh, man. Can he use the Force and lift it off himself? Nice. Their swings are faster this time, which I like. In episode 1, I love Darth Maul's... Ooh! He just lost his arms. Uh... Don't give in, Anakin. Do it! Shit! Is a Jedi supposed to do that? I mean, he said he shouldn't. The look that Dooku gave Palpatine. Well, that leaves General Grievous. Like how it just like shits out the shells. That was cool. Jeez. I've said this in like every movie, and I already said it at the start of this one. But my biggest fear when it comes to these space battles, for some reason, is just the hull integrity giving out and like that, just like all the air being sucked out and dying that way. Or like when they're flying like the little ships and they're getting shot and everything. Like, what if your glass just gets nicked, like the tiniest crack, and you're done? Although some of these ships might have protection for that, like some of the bigger ones might have like blast doors like we saw before that could close and like patch some things up, but luckily he landed in a pile of droids. My nose is itchy. There's some kind of hair tickling my nostril. That would. Oh. Jeez. Damn. That was hell of a good timing that they just did to pull that off. If you haven't seen my reactions to the other two movies, I guess I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Palpatine's a bad, like, ends up being one of the big bads, right? I think he already is, like, a big bad, but in secret, right? But, Uh-oh. Oh. Well, damn. But during that whole scene, I was thinking about how, like, if Palpatine is a Sith right now, then he probably wasn't in much danger there. But he was probably worried about having to reveal himself. It's because he's hunching. Jeez. Oh. God, can you imagine just, like, accidentally cutting yourself? I saw weapons like those batons they're using in, although, I guess it is going, like, almost all the way down it. I think the lightning must protect, because, like, lightsabers can pretty much, like, cut through anything, right? But that lightning on the baton must, like, protect it from being cut through by a lightsaber. As I was saying that, I thought I saw them hit the, like, the middle of it where there wasn't any lightning, but I saw, like, the little strands of lightning going down, so. This is what I was worried about! That was pretty cool, I gotta say. And those are, like, the blast shields that I was assumed probably existed. Blast shields might be the wrong word, but, like, the bulkheads that closed in case of a breach. Is the ship breaking? Oh, well, shit. Crazy that we started off with such a big battle, right? It's like, what's the rest of the movie gonna be? Jeez. Landing with style. You know, I put subtitles. I didn't have subtitles on for the first little bit, and then I put them on. But the problem with this, at least the version of subtitles that I have for this, it shows, like, the line way before the character says it. So, like, R2 just is like, weep, boop, and then, like, I can already read what Anakin says way before he says it, and it's kind of ruining my immersion a little bit, so I just turned them off again. Hopefully I don't miss anything while I'm talking, though. I'll just have to try not to talk over anyone saying anything important. I need a sip of water. That R2 scream. Isn't it called, like, the Wilhelm scream or something like that? Maybe, or maybe I'm thinking about something else. That might be something else I'm thinking of. Another happy landing. Okay, well, Dooku's dead, Grievous got away, but Palpatine is saved. Which may or may not be a good thing. But for the sake of their mission currently, it's a good thing. They succeeded in their mission, right? It seems like their relationship is a little bit better. Anakin isn't as, like, angsty and full of himself, kind of, you know? Like, alright. Is that, Padme? That it is. Who's rumoring that he was killed? I guess maybe because of the ship crash. Maybe Grievous thought they were dead and spread rumors or something. Okay, so they're keeping it secret. I know they said they were, like, gonna, but I wasn't sure if they actually ended up going through with it. Oh. Pregnant. Hmm. Oh yeah, she can't hide that, right? Can senators be with people? Could you just lie about who the father is? I went to a space brothel and banged some dudes. Don't know who the father is. And now I'm pregnant. Easy. I just wrote down Amidala Preggers. Felt like that was a fitting note. And that must be Luke, right? I imagine? I still don't remember what happens to cause Anakin to go dark. Like, obviously I know he goes dark, but I can't remember what pushes him over the edge. And there he is. Yeah. Yep, he can see the darkness within Anakin. Is that? I guess that's a possibility too. If you just, as long as you don't have to stay here as senator, you just go off to somewhere alone where people don't know what's happening until it's over. Hmm. Bum bum bum. Uh-oh. More force visions. Oh, look at his arm. I mean, obviously we knew he lost it, but we haven't seen like the prosthetic. I know it doesn't work that way, but can you imagine if Order 66 affected prosthetic arms too? You start choking yourself. But I know it's for the clones, not the droids, right? I don't know why I just thought about that though. It's stupid. Yeah, so my thought was something happens to Padme, or at least he thinks something happens to her, and that's what pushes him over the dark side. That's what I was thinking about last movie when I was trying to remember. Hmm. Is she already like super preggers? It looked like she already had like the belly. Hmm. Consulting Yoda about it. Being very vague. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. That line of like another way of looking at death is transforming into the Force. So do they think that, like, people who die, like, return to the Force kind of thing? He wanted a dictatorship last. He said, like, what's. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. God, sorry, my throat. Um, what was I saying? I was saying something. Shit. Hmm. It's all part of his plan. I also just remembered that Luke has a sibling, so this could be the sibling too. Right? Fairly certain. Ooh. Did. Damn. That probably helps push him, right? It's another. Not the Wookiees. Kashyyyk, right? I know that from the game from Fallen Order. Haha! Nice. Yes, protect those Wookiees. I'm gonna start munching on my popcorn. So I wonder if Palpatine knew that they wouldn't make him master, and then that would sow more anger within him, push him closer to the dark side. Hmm. Not a bad man. Well, he already killed Dooku. When that was against the Jedi Order. Two wrongs don't make a right, though, so... I don't know why I said that. It could mean he brings about the kid that becomes the prophecy. Sorry for the crunchy bottle. I have like a Wookiee. I have like 2 bottles of water in front of me that I grabbed for the movie. Look at all the different aliens. That's crazy. What is that? Are they not going to pick him now that he said that? Or did they already pick him and he's saying, like, I'm glad they did, kind of thing? I'm just thinking about all the things he's, like, messing with his head. So this is kind of, like, display show. Second person to tell him that. Damn. Is that just a guess from him, or does he somehow have ears in... I don't know. I feel like he definitely could have just came to that conclusion, right? Seeding the Sith in his mind, making it not seem as bad. Having that come from a friend. Life? Damn. Well, if he wasn't sowing the thoughts of Sith in his mind with that first comment, that definitely got the gears rolling in Anakin's head. And then obviously with the possible threat to Amidala's life. Look at Kashyyyk. It was cool. More stuff that I just don't even remember at all. Yep. And how they decide not to send him, seeding even more anger in Anakin. Yeah! Go, Wookiees! The worst part about having a mustache is every now and then the hairs get in like a weird position and they constantly curl up and tickle my nose, and then I gotta sit there and try to push them down. Whoa, it came out of the water! Are those blaster crossbows? Seems like such a inefficient weapon. Jeez. Do they need to reload like crossbows? Were they even blaster? I'm not even sure. I thought I might have saw one blast. But I can't stop people from dying as a Jedi Master. So Obi-Wan's going on this one alone to go take out Grievous. Interesting. The clones all looking alike and shit. Because obviously, cult clones. I love those things so much. I love how they have that it can break away into a ship that can like go into the atmosphere and different stuff, but interesting. So he's there. Didn't Anakin say last movie in episode 2 that Jedi don't have nightmares? Yet he's calling this, like he said before, just a nightmare. But that also could just be him doubting, like being like, no, this can't happen, kind of thing. It's just a nightmare. Granted, now he's starting to think it's real, right? Look at this guy. I guess that's a yes. Oh shit! Alright. Well, damn. Is it a trap, though? Oh, wait. Okay. So he stayed but made it look like he left? Is that what just happened? I, like, distracted myself with popcorn. Yeah, okay, he's still here. The Mustafar system. Hey, a volcanic system? Or planet or whatever. I remember a certain battle that took place near some volcano shit. Is that this movie? I feel like it must be, right? But I've been wrong before. Nice. Nice. Well, your batons are useless. That was awesome. Yep, okay. They do split apart. 4 lightsabers. And he said, like, he took them, right? They're not red because he took them from Jedi. It's just a blender. Jeez. So many blades to be careful of. Oh, he lost the hand. Now there's only 3. Do you need the Force to wield a lightsaber? Or does it just help? I mean, because then my next question is just General Grievous. Oh shit! Nice. Does General Grievous have the Force? But I imagine you must not need to be a Jedi to wield a lightsaber, right? It's just probably not as effective if you don't have the Force. Interesting. Uh-oh. He's got, like, it looks like flesh under the droid mask, so when I questioned about him being sick, is he, like, a person turned into a droid kind of thing? Or mostly droid? I don't know. Interesting. A lightsaber. Oh no, a random clone has a lightsaber. Hmm. Alright. Pretty much exactly what he said is they need to take control of the Senate. Love sowing those doubts. Yeah, I was about to say. Hmm. He knows. He knows the visions. Just stab it through his throat. Damn it. I guess that wouldn't be very Sith or very Jedi. Hmm. Damn. Jeez. Get his ass. Shit. Looks like there were some fleshy bits there. Ow. We need that clone that has a lightsaber to come in clutch. Oh shit. Why don't they just use blasters more often? It's super effective. Jesus. Oh, well. He's dead. Uncivilized, but it worked. Far more effectively than anything you were using before. Glad you told him. Well. Yeah, that's not good. Come on, Anakin. You gotta understand his reasoning. Even though I know you won't. I know where you lead. I don't know why I'm worried. Or why I'm trying to change it. Ooh, he's gonna have more visions. You're both looking out windows. Is something bad about to happen? Is her building about to explode and he sees it or something? Maybe not. Interesting. Oh, shit. No, he's arresting you, not threatening you. Well. Jeez. They don't even stand a chance. They didn't do shit. Okay, it didn't even look like that one got hit. No. Windu. Alright. Is he gonna show up here and save Windu, or... Jeez. This old man can flip! God damn. I guess they are up high. A lot of wind. Oh, well, his lightsaber go bye-bye. Anakin, don't stop it. He's gonna stop it, isn't he? Shit. That was like a little bit cheesy. No, no, no! Jeez, what's happening to his face? Well... Shit! Well... Too weak, huh? Unlimited power! Well, goodbye, Mace Windu. What happened to him? Good. I wonder if it's possible that he gave him the visions in order to push him. Like, maybe Padme was never in danger. Well, there it is. The sound in the background. Disturbance in the Force, I feel. Hmm. Jeez. Well, Darth Vader is born. I wrote down Palpatine wrinkly fuck. How does Palpatine stay in control of the Senate when he looks like that? Well, I guess if all the Jedi are dead and all the Separatists are killed, then they can just either tell any story they want, or they can just be out in the open that, like, the Sith now rule, right? He has a lightsaber. Yep. Uh-oh. Order 66. There it is. Not good. No, Obi-Wan! That kind of fall would kill you. Even if you land in water. That was a high fall. Uh-oh. Popcorn kernel almost going down the wrong way. That is just so very unfortunate. Jeez. I don't know your name, Jedi, but look at this planet. This looks awesome. What planet is this? Look at that cutie. Good God. And Yoda can sense it. Damn. Man, this is actually getting me really excited to watch the original trilogy. I always like comeback stories kind of thing. And like, seeing kind of the bad guys win here in this movie is getting me really excited to see, you know, the return of the Jedi and stuff like that. Is that one of the names of them? I think it is, right? Oh, Yoda. The Wookiee's like, why'd you kill our droids? They're supposed to be on our side. Oh, I guess I get it. They don't need to be told. Yeah. Buttery popcorn struck my finger. Oh, no. No. Just murdered all the children. Why is she crying? Does she... She was told he returned to the temple, but she wasn't told anything else, right? I didn't miss anything? But can she somehow sense? Who is this? Little one. Oh, well. Damn. A poor nameless... So many nameless, Jedi died. They must have names, right? Like, in the lore of Star Wars, whether it be any of the different content that's out there, Because there's so much content out there, I feel like there must be. I think I've heard Tarful. I think I remember that name from the game. Conveniently, just ship sitting here, ripe for the taking. Guess that's nice. That's not the ship he came in on, right? That one flew off with R4. Damn. Oh, I see. Okay. My bad. He's spinning the story. You gonna be honest? Alright, well. Technically, that's the truth. He just left out the Sith part. Oh, man. I do wonder if he was given the visions in order to help push him to the dark side, kind of thing. Or did he just... Palpatine just know about the visions and then manipulated it? That was my bad. I must have missed them saying the attack. Some of the voices without having subtitles are hard to hear sometimes. Mustafar. Now, Mustafar is the system, right? That's not the name of the planet, right? I think. What a bitch. Betrayal. Yeah. Alright, well, I would have assumed it would have been a trap and not gone. Look at that planet, man. That planet should just be called Fuck That. How hot would that be? How does this planet have oxygen? Either that or they're in like a bubble that creates like an ecosystem kind of thing. Or an atmosphere, I should say. Those little things are adorable. Look at them. Alright, well. They're dead. At least they didn't show us. Oh, that was awesome. Fuck yeah, Yoda. At least they didn't show like him killing all his kids. That might have been a little too much for a movie. So they don't reveal the Sith stuff, they just take control of the Senate. Oh, well. Well, I guess we get to see the effect. That's kind of just as bad. Son of a bitch. As it cuts to Anakin just slicing people up. Jeez. Okay. That was cool. Oh, those eyes. They're just like his, Palpatine's. Popcorn's almost gone. And thus the Empire is born. Well, you were a bitch anyway. I didn't like you. Yoda knows. Yeah. Popcorn is gone. Sorry, I kind of pounded it down there at the end. Damn. He even knows the name. Maybe they just said it in that recording. I might have missed it. They probably did. I'm gonna put subtitles back on. There are some lines that I just have a hard time hearing. Well, it all makes sense, doesn't it? I think there's a part of her that knows it. Ooh. Damn. I guess it doesn't matter now that he knows, right? Not like he's still a Jedi to get in trouble. Jeez. Oh dear. 3PO's gold now, huh? I mean, I know we've seen him a few times, and I think he was gold the whole time, right? This movie. But he wasn't last movie. Last movie he was like a grayish, like a dark gray, right? C-3PO always getting these upgrades. I don't know if it's really considered an upgrade to be gold. Just a color change. But there could be more. Alright. I didn't realize she came here. Because obviously I know the fight must happen here, because this is where I remember the fight happening. Does she say she knows? Wow, she really didn't believe it. Hmm. You know, lose her in the process, though, buddy. Oh my god. He's always had grand ambitions. Now they're even grander. Duh! The Jedi didn't turn against you. No, because of you! Yeah! Oh, shit. You did all this to protect her, and now you're gonna do this? She just pass out? Oh, man. Itchy nose. Oh. Oh, shit. Good fight so far. That's great. Oh, shit, Yoda. Yep. Shit! I thought he was just gonna absorb it. I was like, he'll just absorb it, it'll be fine. Come on, Yoda. You had to have been ready for that. I mean, obviously, I know Yoda doesn't die here. Jeez. That was a cool move. The enclosed spaces with the lightsaber hitting the walls and stuff is great. Open your eyes, yes. This evil fuck. Damn. Well, shit. Oh, we have two epic fights going on. His lightsaber's so small, I never realized that before. That was a wind-up he just did. Shit. He almost just ate his own lightsaber. Oh. Damn. Oh, I love seeing Yoda fight. He's so mobile. It's so great. Look at him go. Ah, yes. My little green friend. Oh, what an epic setting for a fight. The reactions of friggin' Palpatine. Just like, not really reactions, but like, oh, that was cool. He's always just, ha. Oh, it's like they stuck two of the same side of a magnet together. Oh, well, that's probably not good. Damn. It's crazy. Jesus. He is just flinging them. Oh. Oh, he's spinning it. Add some spin to it. Oh, this time he's absorbing the lightning. There we go. He lost his saber. Oh. Nice. Oh. No, Yoda. Ah. Oh, I don't like that noise. The noises he makes. I don't know why. They're both like cheesy and funny at the same time. Well, this is one hell of a situation they're in. That droid's like, what's happening? This isn't safe. I'm out of here. He's creeping along. Ooh. He's got a plan. Hmm. Jeez. That's terrifying. This is just insane. I don't even know what to say. They're just fucked. Nothing like a fight around magma. Oh, nice. That was awesome. Oh. There's like a little bit of a voice crack there, it sounded like. Like he was like, really upset, right? At least that's what it sounded like to me. He has the high ground. Oh wait, sorry, not yet. Jeez. That is insane. I would not have the faith in myself to land on one of those. Oh my god, that's even worse! Jeez. I can't believe how, like... how much the dark side influenced, like, his mind, it seems like. Ah, there's the line. Oh, jeez. Shit. Even with all that strength, the high ground is too powerful. Uh, damn. I've seen so many memes about this scene that I was worried I wouldn't take it serious enough, right? But damn, is it still impactful to see it. Oh, jeez. And to think so much trouble would be saved if he would have just killed him, finished him right there, right? But Jedi aren't supposed to kill also, right? So... she just still knocked out? She okay, though? Okay. Does he lie or tell the truth? Or she passes out again so he doesn't have to say. Convenient. Having to live with that. And he is still alive. I mean, obviously, but that's just crazy to see that he went through that and lived. And then Palpatine shows up. If you call that alive. Did he like put him to sleep using a Jedi ability, or was that not like? Because he like touched his head and then he stopped like writhing. I wonder if he was trying to like ease the pain by putting him to sleep or something. I don't know if that's something Jedi can do. Or I guess, well, he's Sith, but some kind of moon they have a base on. Jeez. Do we see the Darth Vader outfit in this movie? Or does that not show up until... Huh. Babies. Okay. That's what I was thinking might have to be the case, right? Because I know the whole, like, she was your sister, Luke, later on that you find out. Yeah. Oh. Need to, just pulling off the burnt skin. And mirrored with her giving birth. It's two forms of birth going on right now, right? Is that a CG baby? At least that far shot. She knew the names right away. And there's Luke and Leia. There it is. Damn. Who came up with the design concept? Like, in this world. I don't mean like in real life. But they were just like, let's just make him look evil. I'd want to look like C-3PO so then I could just trick people. So that's the, she was talking about Anakin, right? Saying there's still good in him. I was thinking, like, if she just said there's good in him, and that's all she said, I was thinking that could mean the kid, right? Like, don't assume that because it's Anakin's kid that the kid will follow the same path, kind of thing. But since she finished that, there's still good in him, makes me think, I mean, makes it pretty clear she's talking about Anakin. Oh, jeez. The first thing he worries about is her. Wow. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. So are they the last? I guess they told other Jedi to go into hiding too, right? Any ones that lived. What? What? Not mind wiped. And then she died. Well, damn. The necklace. The Death Star being created. Damn. Damn. It's crazy. Honestly, watching, like, I guess I did already say it. I was thinking, did I only think it? But I did say it out loud. I'm like, I really want to watch the original trilogy now. I wonder if they couldn't have a kid on their own. Is that because he said they were like thinking about adopting? I guess it doesn't really matter. Little Leia. And little Luke. And Luke is now with, I wrote it down from the last movie, Owen. Ah, this music. So good. And that's it. Damn. Cool. I've heard there's a lot of people that don't like I think there's a lot of controversy over the prequel series. I enjoyed it though. But I also haven't seen the original trilogy in a long time to like have a good basis on that, so I don't think I should really judge yet, kind of thing. But interesting. Path to immortality, Qui-Gon. I guess, is that just like being able to commune with them through the Force? Is that the path to immortality? Like, so it's not like Qui-Gon's not like back to life, right? Like in the living, it's just that Obi-Wan is gonna learn how to like commune with him through the Force, kind of thing. But I imagine. I guess we'll just let the credits go. I don't think there's any anything after, but I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit, so hopefully I wasn't yelling over it. I had it a little loud, and then that music was a bit loud, but and then we'll just start talking about things. So yeah, like I guess one of the first things I want to talk about is just how quickly I feel that Anakin fell. Maybe I could see that being like, thing is I don't know how much the dark side like influences the mind, right? Because like Anakin was saying at the end there that he was saying that the Jedi were betraying the Senate, right? Or trying to take over the Senate, but you're the one, like, he's the one that delivered the news that the leader of the Senate is a Sith Lord, right? So, like, obviously, they're gonna try to take control to get things sorted out in that regard. Like, I don't know. It seems like he just... And I mean, obviously, the way he hurt Padme and everything, like, just thinking that her mind has been corrupted by Obi-Wan or whatever, like, it just seems like he turned... I mean, he did a lot of evil things, but like the time between him like joining Palpatine to him like seemingly completely losing it kind of thing was felt very quickly, but he did do like a bunch of evil things too, and like it seems like the more evil stuff you do, the more your mind gets corrupted by the dark side kind of thing. And then there's that line he had during the fight of like, you know, from my perspective, the Jedi are evil kind of thing. And he said, like, he was betrayed by the Jedi, but he was never really betrayed by the Jedi, right? He was more sidelined by the Jedi because they could tell there was, like, too many dangerous emotions filling up with them, like they could sense it and everything. And that's not really betrayal, that's, them trying, basically, unfortunately, the paradox here is the fact that, paradox might be the wrong word, but the fact that in all three of these movies, or at least the last one and this one, the Jedi Council did a lot to try and suppress Anakin because they were worried about him. But by doing so, they slowly built up this resentment within him, right? And the more they sensed this resentment, the more they held him back, and the more they held him back, the more resentment built up, kind of thing, until it overflowed here that we saw. So it's like one of those things, like, should the Jedi Council maybe been a little better with him and a little more trusting of him? And if they were, would this not have happened, kind of thing? Or if they did that, would it have just been something else that led him astray, kind of thing? But yeah, I guess the other thing is so with his visions, were they... Because there was the one vision where it seemed like she needed help, right? But then there was the other vision where it seemed like everything was fine and Obi-Wan was there, kind of thing, right? So, like, I wonder what you can analyze from those visions being different, kind of thing. I'm gonna try to think, like, coming up with, like, ideas, but like, was her, like, crying like that? Did that happen and I just missed it? Maybe it was a different point. Maybe it was a dream about her being, like, upset about him turning, kind of thing. I'm not sure, but... Or because he turned to the dark side, things did change, but then she ended up dying in childbirth anyway. But, I guess he didn't know. He just wanted to save her, right? And he didn't know what caused her death, and, he learned that if you have enough power, you have power over death, right? So he was hoping that by going to the dark side, he could learn this ability to prevent people from dying from those stories about Darth Plagueis and everything. Whatchamacallit. And that way, even if she died in childbirth, if he had those powers, he'd be able to save her, right? But it's, like, crazy that he ended up, like, almost killing her. Like, I wonder if... So, like, I wonder if the reason... Because she died in childbirth, right? But what was the reason? Like, she was hurt from whatever he did to her, choking her. But did that choking lead to her death? Or if he never choked her like that, would she have died in childbirth anyway? Was there just some kind of complication that they didn't catch her or whatever? So I wonder if... I guess I said, like, what's it called? Palpatine lied about... By the way, that's the end of the movie. I forgot to say it. The credits are officially over, so that is it for episode 3. But yeah. Whatchamacallit? Palpatine was telling him that he was the one that killed her. Now, is there a modicum of truth to that? Was it because of the choking? It's just that he made it sound more direct, like, oh, you know, in a fit of rage, you killed her, kind of thing. But I don't know. Anyway, very, very interesting. We had General Grievous, which is the droid that I talked about in the last movie. If you watch that reaction, I mentioned a couple times of being mixed up in my mind, and I mentioned in the beginning of this one too about me thinking that Dooku was Grievous. I was thinking like the robot with 4 arms for some reason I thought was Dooku. But no, it was Grievous. As soon as I heard the name at the beginning of this, General Grievous, I was like, that's it. And I mean, I guess they did say they introduced him in like the beginning credits, not credits, but like words that come up at the start. They said like the droid leader or whatever, General Grievous, and obviously that led me to remembering that was the name. So I'm glad I had that corrected and everything. There's so many things I wrote down that just don't seem, after everything that happened and led towards the end of that, it just doesn't seem as like relevant to talk about. But I wrote down buzz droids because I thought those little things were cool. How they were like I said, they're like, God, sorry, my nose is bugging the shit out of me, so I keep rubbing it. But I must have like some mustache hair leaning up or something, and I need to go clip it. But I talked about how the buzz droids are both efficient and inefficient, right? Because like if you're gonna shoot, because it like they shot like a projectile that then like shot the buzz droids out, right? But like if you're gonna shoot a missile that gets that close to be able to do that anyway, why not just do a missile that impacts and does damage, right? But instead, these little droids pop out of them and start tearing the ship apart, and once again, if they could have gone for the glass or a way to compromise the pilot, that probably would have been the best one, rather than just trying to go for like the controls and stuff like that. But I mean, I guess going for controls is pretty good too, because then how do you like land and shit like that? But I thought that was pretty cool. I talked about how like droid being sick, and then later on we had a zoom in on Grievous's like face, and you could see like some flesh around the eyes, and then later on they pulled the armor back and there was like some fleshy stuff there too. So it's really interesting. I wonder if there's any other stories where you get to learn a little more about Grievous, and like who was he before he became a droid like he is, or was he always like that? Was he like manufactured that way or something? Like, I don't know. It's really interesting. I guess if you guys want to let me know if any of you guys have stuck around this long into the discussion, are there any stories around like Grievous where you learn more about, or maybe not, it doesn't have to be like a story specifically around him, but where you learn more? I mean, I don't want to know too much, right? Like, don't tell me the story, because I might watch it someday. I'm just curious, like, does it go over it in, I don't know, what would be before this? I'm trying to think of like what I know of the little bits I know about the other shows that exist, right? Because I know there's the Clone Wars, right? The animated series. And then there's one other, and for some reason I can't remember it. Because Clone Wars would have been around this time, right? So maybe you do learn some backstory on Grievous if he shows up in the Clone Wars and everything. Because this is towards the end of the Clone Wars. Like, he died right before the Clone Wars ended, right? I imagine this is the end of the Clone Wars anyway. Because now it's like the birth of the Empire and all that, and a lot of the droids are shut down and all that. So I can't remember what the other one was though. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh, why can't I think of it? There's Clone Wars, and then there's one other animated series that I'm just drawing a blank on. But anyway, and there might be other animated series actually, other than those two. Those are just the two that I know of. But regardless, it'd be cool to learn more about him. I'm curious. Just seeing his design makes me want to know more. But yeah, then we get into I guess I wrote down about like droid intelligence too, which I guess that answered that question as well, learning that he's like a person that is using a bunch of droid parts kind of thing, or some kind of entity. I don't know if person is the right word, but some kind of sentient entity, because we had like, I'm pretty sure in either the first movie or the second movie they mentioned something about like, this is the reason why we don't give, I can't remember the exact line, but there's a line stating something along like saying like, oh, this is why we don't give droid's intelligence or something like that. So then when I saw Grievous, it dawned on me. I was like, wait, but how does Grievous exist? Like, does he not have intelligence? Is he just programmed? Like, who controls him? How can he be a general kind of thing? But that makes sense. Like, that kind of answered that question, if he is formerly a individual kind of thing. But and the fight between Dooku was pretty good, and Anakin killing him, showing that, you know, obviously these last two movies have been giving a lot to the idea of Anakin going dark side and everything. Obviously, for all the people who watched the original trilogy first, know where this leads, right? So it's giving like seeds to that. But I have a feeling like especially, obviously in this movie, but in the last movie there were like the ones that were not so subtle. Like, it was pretty obvious that he was gonna become dark side. I wonder if it would have been like, the thing is like that's the weird thing with choosing to do these movies in the order they did them, for release order, that is, like coming out with 4, 5, and 6 before they came out with 1, 2, and 3, is like, how much do you hint and stuff like that? Because I felt like it was pretty obvious that the thing is I'm also a biased narrator, because, well, I'm not a narrator, but like, I have a biased view because I already did know, so maybe that made it more obvious to me. But I feel like a lot of the things in, because obviously this movie they made it clear as day that he's going dark side, but last movie there were some subtle things, but there was others that I feel like were just blatantly obvious, like him being like, yes, we should have a democracy, you know, like only one person should rule, more shit would get done. And like there were a few other things that just like tipped the hand, but like if I didn't know, would I come to that conclusion? Would I have picked up on it so easily, kind of thing? But I don't know. Either way, I liked the look that Dooku had at Palpatine, because once again, that's another thing that we don't know, that Palpatine is Sith, but like the fact that Palpatine is Lord Sidious, which is who Dooku works under, I imagine Dooku knew that Palpatine was Sidious, right? I can only imagine he knew. And the fact that he was like, yes, it's okay, Anakin, kill him, you know? And then Dooku looks at Palpatine like, the fuck, guy? I work under you. Why are you telling this guy, encouraging him to kill me? You know? Like, that's what I felt like anyway, from the look that he gave. But yeah, I like that little, that was a nice little hint that I really enjoyed, because that's one of those like extremely subtle things that if you don't know what's going on, you're probably not going to pick up on it. But yeah, we had obviously, I wrote it down, but Padme got pregnant, or we found out at like the beginning of the movie. It was hard because like I still don't even know how much time has passed from the last movie to this one. I don't think they ever said it, or if they said it, I missed it, you know? I guess it's kind of hard to mention in a movie. They can't just be like, oh yes, from the last time, because it's like a continuation. Like they never really like split up, so it's not like Obi-Wan's gonna be like, oh yes, it's been 5 years since I've seen you, kind of thing. I wonder if I can find out, what would I search? Like, time between Star Wars Episode 2 and 3. The gap between Episode 2 and 3 is nowhere near as long, just 3 years of story time. Okay. But in that, it says, but in an example of time-twisting magic, that 3-year gap is where the entire run of the Star Wars Clone Wars animated series, which ran for 6 seasons, exists. Okay. That makes sense, because the end of 2 was when the Clone Wars started, and now we just saw the end of the Clone Wars. So the hair sticking out of my beard, bugging me. I can like see it. It was a loose one. Okay. Well, that answered that question. Maybe I should write that down. Yeah, whatever. I'll probably forget and then have to look it up later, and because it's gonna be a while before I watch the next ones, as I mentioned at the start. But yeah, I guess they did set up earlier in the movie kind of what they talked about at the end of the movie, where Yoda was talking about death being a transformation into the Force kind of thing. So Jedi, I imagine it's just Jedi that believe this. I mean, maybe Sith too, but that when people die, they kind of just enter the Force kind of thing. Now, it seemed like he was saying that for, in general, not just Jedi. So does that mean, like, even normal people? I mean, I think even normal people have not a connection to the Force, but, like, I'm pretty sure, like, everyone has the midichlorians that they talk about, right? But only the people that have enough of them can tap into the Force, which means that if the midichlorians are the reason why you become a part of this Force entity after you die, then even normal people could as well, kind of thing. So is that like the Jedi's belief, is that when you die you become a part of this? And obviously it seems like it's pretty backed up by the ending, finding out that, you know, Qui-Gon is apparently a part of this Force and you're able to commune with him. So that's pretty neat. I imagine that is a setup for what we see in the original series. I can't remember. I do remember, like, but see, most of what I'm like picturing in my mind is like projections from messages, right? Not like Force. But there was like, okay. There is like I do vaguely remember like a Force appearance of like Obi-Wan or something, right? And like obviously that would be way later kind of thing. So maybe it will be something I can't remember. I'm sitting here trying to remember like what it's like seeing Qui-Gon again, but that'd be pretty cool to see Qui-Gon again. If they actually show him, does that mean in the original trilogy he's also played by Liam Neeson, or is it a different actor kind of thing? But interesting thoughts. But we'll have to wait and watch the original trilogy and see what that's like, assuming they show it, right? Maybe they just hint at it, and maybe instead of showing Qui-Gon, it's just Obi-Wan kind of mentioning like, oh, I was able to speak to Qui-Gon and he said this kind of thing, and we never see it. I don't know, but very, very interesting. I wrote down about like Anakin being put on the council but not being the master. It's like pretty. I gotta give props to Palpatine. Like he did a good job of just laying these little seeds of doubt within Anakin's mind. That like maybe Anakin would have came to these conclusions without Palpatine whispering in his ear, but just saying like, oh, I'll recommend that you be put on the council and become a master. So he put in the mind, like, Anakin probably wasn't even thinking, because he was like surprised at the idea, like, me, a master? You know? And then he got him excited for the idea. He's like, yeah, I should be a master, kind of thing is probably what he was thinking. And then I'm sure Palpatine had a good idea, like, pretty much knew that they weren't going to make him a master, but they were... Like, I don't know if he knew it would go exactly the way it did, but yeah, it was just crazy, those little things that just worked out so well for turning Anakin maybe faster. Like, it's possible that he would have always ended up this way, kind of thing, but Palpatine seemed to fast track him at the very least. I could be wrong. Maybe he would have never turned if it wasn't for that. But I wrote down I wrote down Yoda's hair because there was like a close-up shot where he had like a little bit of hair, and it just makes me wonder like what was Yoda like in his youth? Because if you have a little bit of hair, usually that and it's like gray the way it was and everything, usually that's a sign that over time you lost your hair and it's not as like potent as it was before. So I just started like picturing Yoda being younger with like a full set of hair, and it just looks so weird to me. I wonder like if there's any kind of media that shows Yoda when he's younger as well, and like does he have hair, or has it always been like as thin as it is kind of thing? But I don't know why. This is a close-up shot that I just started thinking about Yoda's hair for a little bit, and I didn't want to like interrupt the story as to what was going on, so I just wrote it down and figured I'd talk about it now. But the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise, that's another thing that like the fact like I imagine Darth Plagueis doesn't show up at all since he's, I mean, at least we're told he's dead. I imagine he is. And this is the prequel series, which means, I mean, obviously for the original trilogy we're farther in the future, which means we're not going back there. I wonder if there's ever any kind of once again any other Star Wars media out there that like shows Darth Plagueis like in his prime being this like super powerful Sith kind of thing, being able to like create life or keep people from death and stuff like that, and who was the apprentice that killed him. I'm also wondering about that. A lot of little like mysteries and questions that we may never get answers to, or I just don't know that there are answers somewhere kind of thing. I feel like that would be kind of cool to learn more about what the world was like before this, right? Like before, even farther back from the prequel series, before Anakin and before all that, like learn some of these other Jedi that we saw die here and everything. Because I was talking about how like some of them are just nameless, like, and I mean, obviously it doesn't, they died so easily. I mean, no offense to these Jedi, they were caught off guard by Order 66 and everything, but some of them died so easily that maybe it'd be hard to tell a story about them because maybe they're just not insanely strong Jedi kind of thing. I mean, they probably have their own stories and everything, but they're probably just never going to make it to the level of like Darth Vader and Luke and everything, and that kind of strength. But or maybe some of them were that strong and it's even more impactful that they got jumped, right? But you would think that if they were that strong they'd be like Yoda and sense it and, you know, deal with it immediately kind of thing. But yeah, just a lot of interesting stuff. A lot of this other stuff I already talked about. Palpatine knowing everything about Anakin, is that just through the Force, or is that just through intelligence gathering? That's what I'm curious of, right? Like, he knew that Padme was his wife, he knew that she was pregnant and stuff like that. He basically knew everything. And I guess, yeah, I'm just curious, is that just through, like, did he wiretap them at some point and heard in on their conversations? Or was it, you know, I'm a Sith Lord that can sense all this bullshit and I knew kind of thing? But I don't know. I also wrote down about a droid using a lightsaber. I kind of talked about that during the movie. I mean, I guess it's like, because lightsabers are just technology, right? But like, if you're going to use a lightsaber and you don't have Jedi skills, you might as well just use a blaster, right? There's like almost no point to, I mean, unless you get caught in close quarters that you can't like use a blaster efficiently, then obviously a lightsaber is good. But it's probably something where normal people can use lightsabers. It's just because there's never been a precedent in the show at all about like them like needing to focus on the Force in order to enable it. It's just like a button they press, right? I think anyway. At least from these three movies, that's the feeling I've gathered. So anyone could probably use a lightsaber. It's just a matter of not being able to use the Force and Force jump, and I think there's other aspects to being a Jedi that helps them, like with sword play kind of stuff, like different senses and everything. So, but yeah. I don't really know what happened to Palpatine. Like, he was firing off the lightning, and then Windu was, like, blocking it with a lightsaber, but, like, some of the lightning seemed to be, like, reflecting back at him, and he, like, turned into the form that he's in. Now, is that because of the lightning hitting him is why he turned into this wrinkly fuck? Or was it because he used that power too much? Like, that's, like, part of the power of the dark side, kind of like how Anakin tapping more into the dark side, his eyes turned yellow and stuff like that, and they got like more bloodshot and everything. Is that just like an extreme level of tapping into the dark side is what turned Palpatine into what he was, kind of thing? I mean, that's probably my best guess. I don't like the idea of just like the reflecting of the lightning or something like that being the. I don't even know if the lightning was reflecting, because he was sitting there like, I can't hold it much longer, I'm in pain, so like seemed like he was like being hurt. I gotta say, Palpatine's performance in this was a little bit like, watching this in the current year, it felt a little cheesy. Maybe if I watched it on release, it would have been better, but he just has that like Bond villain, like, I feel like over eccentric attitude, and like he seemed fine before the transformation, but then after the transformation he was like just cackling. Like, even the subtitles just called it cackling. I just spit so much. But he's just like, you know, flinging things at Yoda. He's like, you know, and it's just like super cheesy the way it felt. It kind of like, it almost stepped him down a little bit from me. Like, he didn't feel as threatening as maybe he should have been because of the goofy cackling. But I tried not to let it affect my opinion of the fight and everything. But there was just that little bit that got me. We saw Order 66, which was interesting seeing that. I mean, technically I saw it again, but I don't remember like 90% of this movie. Probably even more than 90% of the movie I don't remember. And I feel like the things that I do remember from the movie are like things that have just been memed so much, and I remember it from memes rather than watching it originally, right? Like, pretty much like the main thing I remembered from this movie was the fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin there on Mustafar. I still don't know if Mustafar, because they said the Mustafar system, but is that also the name of the planet they were on? I'm not sure, but is that something I could look up? Do I need to look it up? Probably not. Do I want to look it up? Kind of. Planet where Anakin and Obi-Wan fought. Thank you, Google, for answering. Okay, so the planet is called Mustafar, apparently. I thought they said at one point, didn't they say the Mustafar system? Which, wouldn't that be like the name of the system? Like, the system for our planet isn't called the Earth system, right? Mustafar system. Oh. Okay. So the Mustafar system was a solar system in the Atravis sector that contained the volcanic planet of Mustafar. Okay. So it is called the Mustafar system, but it also had a planet called Mustafar. Okay. I get it. That's kind of what I thought it was, but I wanted to be clear because I don't like... I feel like bad if I don't know some of this stuff, because I know there's so many big Star Wars fans that just know all of this stuff, and I feel like I should too, and I feel like there's probably things I missed in the movie, or like maybe I asked a question that got answered in the movie and I just missed it. Part of the reason was like sometimes it was hard to hear what some of the people were saying. I struggle with that sometimes. Maybe it's probably just me. I think I have like I've never been medically, what's the word? Uh like I've never had like a doctor tell me there's something wrong with my hearing, but I have noticed that sometimes like I don't pick up on some things. I don't know if it's just my mind is wandering. I'm thinking about other things, so I'm not like quite listening. But I feel like other times it's like really hard to understand what some people are saying. So then if I can't understand like the first few words, then I just tune out everything else that they're saying, kind of thing. It's hard to analyze like what it is about it, but I probably should have had subtitles on from the very beginning. But as I said during the movie, I forgot to turn them on at the very start, and I didn't have them, and then I turned them on and the subtitles kept popping up like way before the characters said anything. Like it would pop up like one of the biggest things for me was it would pop up like what's it called? R2's B boop or something. It would do subtitles for that. And then right under it, it would have whatever like Anakin was gonna say next, and then the R2 would do the B boop, and then like a few seconds later Anakin would finally say what was there, and like it was way after I had already read the line, and it was like kind of breaking my immersion a little bit, so I turned it off again. But then I realized I kept missing things, and I was like, I don't know how to spell this stuff. Like I have no idea how to spell Darth Plagueis because I couldn't like see it in the subtitles, kind of thing. So I just wrote down like Plagus, just how it sounds, but that might not be how you spell it, kind of thing. But either way, I ended up turning them on in the end, and I guess from now on I will use the subtitles. But there was just that little bit of like immersion breaking, but subtitles just helped me so much. It's crazy, especially some of like the echoey voices that they do, where they like filter them a bit to like sound like droids or something like that. Like I think that's why I missed the line that I was confused at one point why Padme was crying, and it was because I guess I think it was C-3PO came in and told her that the what was it called? It wasn't the Jedi Council. It was the place where they have all that. She was told it was attacked, and then like I only heard like the second half, I guess, where he said like I'm like Anakin like went to this place. I'm sure he'll be fine though, kind of thing. And that was the only part I heard because I missed like the first bit, and I think that was one of those times where I just couldn't really understand what C-3PO was saying at the time. But yeah. We're 3 movies in, although I don't know that we saw him in the first movie. We might have, but Senator Organa, I never knew his name up until this movie, and then I finally heard it. They probably said it in the other movies, and I just missed it, but or I didn't know who they were talking about when they said the name, kind of thing. But Senator Organa being the actor that was also in Dexter, which I saw him in Dexter first, but he must have been in this first, right? I imagine. But yeah, or I guess maybe I did see him in this first, but I just don't remember those movies so much that when I watched Dexter, I didn't even remember that he was in it, kind of thing. So I guess technically I probably did see him in this first, but yeah, they created the first galactic empire, and I was kind of wondering because I always knew it was like the Empire versus the Republic and everything, at least for the original. But here we got to see everything that led up to the Empire being created, kind of thing. So the Empire is fairly new in regards to this system, whereas the Republic has been around for a while, seemingly. I like the line, only a Sith deals in absolutes. There was a lot of good lines in that fight. Like I said during the reaction, I kind of had to separate myself a little bit from the, from like seeing all the memes and everything, kind of like slightly ruined that fight for me because there's so much like, I see that meme of like, I have the high ground or whatever and everything. So just like, seeing it, seeing a meme, like the source of a meme, so long after I originally saw it, kind of thing, it just felt a little weird and a little off, and I couldn't help but like picture different memes when I heard the lines and everything. But I tried to like separate myself from it, and like it really is like a lot of impactful moments of like, you know, you were the chosen. Like I felt like I was worried that was gonna be a little bit like cheesy and everything, but I actually really like the delivery from the actor that plays Obi-Wan and everything, and it it hit me in the feels when he was saying like, you were supposed to be the chosen one, you were supposed to save the Jedi from the Sith, not join them. I probably butchered that line, but you know what I mean. It was like I like both felt the nostalgic and just felt like the emotion in that scene quite a lot. It was pretty good. But yeah, geez, like the seeing uh the creation of what's it called? Darth Vader. I don't know why I just like completely blanked. My mind just died. But seeing like, you know, kind of, and like I said, during the movie we saw the birth of Luke and Leia, and we also saw the birth of Darth Vader, which was pretty cool. I know he was given the name before that point, but this is really him. Like he is gone now. Obviously, I do vaguely remember some of the stuff that happens at the end of the original trilogy. But in regards, and it's cool because you get to see him at the end of the original trilogy. I'm pretty sure you finally see him with his mask off, if I'm not mistaken, and it's like crazy seeing him then versus, you know, seeing the origins of it and everything. So I don't know. I've always been a fan of like seeing origins and all that. So I can't imagine watching the original trilogy and being like, oh yeah, now I really hate the prequels. But I'm also really curious as to the reasoning why people hate the prequels. Like once I'm done the original trilogy, I may look up like some people's like the reasoning for why people dislike it, because I've heard it from like, you know, I've heard both sides where people really like them and then people that hate them, kind of thing. So I'm interested to hear the other side, because from my rewatch experience anyway, I like the prequels, and maybe it's because I watched the prequels before I watched the original trilogy. Maybe if I watched a release order and watched 4, 5, and 6, and then 1, 2, and 3, maybe I would have understood more why. But we'll see. I still have to watch the original trilogy, so that way I can you know, maybe I will have more of an opinion on that as we go forward. But yeah, really good movie, guys. I really had a lot of fun with this one. I definitely feel like out of these 3 that I've watched, I liked the first one, but the first one was probably like the most disliked out of the 3. Like I definitely think all of them are good. Like I don't want to tear down the first one in order to build this one up, but 2 and 3 were very good. Like the fight scenes were very engaging and fun to watch, whereas like the Darth Maul fight, as much as I love Darth Maul's design, like I think it's mainly because I absolutely love like black and red, which is kind of why, like, in a way I kind of like the Sith too. Like even I think I'll even like a lot of the Darth Vader scenes because he's all black and then uses a red lightsaber and everything. I think that'll be really cool because I just love the black and red aesthetic, which is, you know, like I said, probably part of the reason why I think Darth Maul is so cool. But I was really disappointed when I rewatched that to see the fight. I'd love to. I think there are other medias. I don't know, because I feel like I've heard people talk about Darth Maul and knowing more about him and everything than what is portrayed in the first movie, right? So like I wonder what else is there in regards to Darth Maul out there as media as well. I basically mentioned like so many different characters that I'd love to see like different Star Wars media on them, right? But I think it'd be kind of cool to Like, was Darth Maul always Sith? I imagine there was at one point he was like converted, but was he like a? Does that mean he was a Jedi beforehand, or like I don't know? Just like I guess I watch so much anime, and like usually a lot of anime delve into like the backstories of the characters that I get spoiled by it. And then I come and I watch something like this where we never really got any info on him. He just kind of like showed up, fought, and fell. You know, I don't even know if he died there. Like, I genuinely have no idea. I definitely think that'd be like something that you could live from, right? But I don't remember, at least from my memory of the content, I never remember seeing him again. So maybe it's just implied that he died there. But I don't want to look anything up because I don't want to be spoiled, right? But yeah, great movies. Can't wait to get into the original trilogy. I'm actually kind of sad now that I have such busy times coming up. Like I genuinely, if I'm bored enough and I have the time, I might just watch this even though I have so much other stuff going on, because I feel like I'm into it now, and I feel like if I wait too long, I'm gonna lose that like hype to see more kind of thing that I have right now. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this movie reaction, and obviously there will be more to come. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Check out my Patreon if you want to have extra content from me. There's all kinds of like between the early access and the Patreon exclusives and everything. There's all kinds of stuff on there, and it's a good way to support the channel if you want to financially help me out and everything with what I do here. It's very much appreciated, but obviously not required. You can just wait till basically everything that goes up on my Patreon eventually makes it to YouTube. It's just you get to see a lot of things like from the Patreon exclusive section. You get to see it way earlier, like I'm just about done with 3 seasons of Lucifer. Actually, I just watched the last episode yesterday. And in a few weeks, that will start to be released onto YouTube whenever Squid Game is over. But, you know, if you became a patron, you could see all 3 seasons immediately right now. And then also the thing I'm starting next, too. So check all that out if you're interested to see how it works and everything. The link is in the description below, or it should be popping up on the screen. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.